Okay, is there a motion to, pay for the replacement of the door on the forest information booth? Yeah.
I move to pay for the replacement of the door on the information booth.
Is there a second? Joey?
I second it.
Alright. It has been properly moved and seconded that we replace the door on the 4-H information booth. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Okay, motion passes.
I'm just gonna make sure I'm just gonna interject that, we are gonna have to go through the fair board to get that okay.
The fair board?
Pretty
Fair board has nothing to do with that building. It's 4-H owned and everything.
It's not permanent, it is not permanent, correct? It's something that could come in and be lifted up very
Oh
easily
yes, they
and-
skid that thing around all the time. Every time we go in there, it's in a little different place.
Yeah.
Yes, people trip on the skids every time we have a food booth.
Yeah, do you get the key only from the 4-H office then, and then not Matt doesn't have it?
No, Matt doesn't have it. I don't believe he does.
Okay.
Ann does have one in her drawer, but the 4-H office has it, and I got mine from
It's
Laura
complete-
Swancutt,
I say it's completely overseen by
4-H
Pierce County
office.
4-H. Okay.
Yep. So
Then-
if
then
we've
never mind.
approved it, then I will let the 4-H office know our intentions and make sure there's nothing.
Yeah, but that-
Any
that won't-
further?
That won't be an issue.
Alright, we're going to now discuss when we want officer training to be.
You kinda can't plan that without having officers.
Okay.
It would be, have to be a mutual decision based upon who the newly elected officers would be.
Alright, that's true. Okay, so officer elections. We're gonna do that now.
Well, the intent, we have a little issue here. We have always done officer elections in September. And through miscommunication, nobody got notified of that. And you kids weren't notified to come to be prepared to be recently.
They have, the calendar has it.
You have not been reminded, that tonight is officer elections. So, as you know, in other years, we've gotten in contact and everybody's had the opportunity to get their name on a ballot weeks prior to the meeting. That didn't happen this year, that did not happen for tonight. And although September is when we usually would need to be doing our election so that your officers are in place for the October meeting, we, let's say things kind of slipped through the cracks this year. So I think what we're going to suggest is, because we didn't remind everyone, what we would do for our next month's meeting in October, you guys would all have the time to prepare and decide what offices you're interested in running for. You would do your speeches and be prepared, and we would do our election right before the October meeting starts. And as soon as the officer elections are over, the new officers would be installed and sit down and run that very meeting. Because the new officers are always installed, and the first meeting that they run is October, so that you're all gangbusters all ready to go after official enrollment for November. So what we need to do, because it has always been on our club calendar that officer elections are September, we will need to have a motion to change that to next month before the actual meeting is, with the information that I just shared with you.
Alright, is there any other discussion before we make a motion? Bill?
One thing for you to know, a change in this is a big deal, so it has to be a 2/3 vote, so you'll have to ask them to raise their hand if they like the idea or not. And it's a 2/3 vote.
Right.
I can help with that if you want.
So we need, secretary, could you tell us how many members are present tonight, so we know what that number is?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it has to be like 9 people.
Officers, you do vote.
Did the treasurer do?
Everybody votes, is up to the president.
Because she has to do the tiebreaker. If we need one. We have an odd number, so.
She's my treasurer.
10 people.
She said
7.
treasurer.
Okay.
Thank you for doing that.
Sorry.
Would it
No,
be,
you're fine, I'm worse.
Sherry, would it be advantageous for us to ask if we have people that are ready tonight and
We can certainly do it tonight. What my concern is.
see if we have somebody for every office?
I'm only concerned for the people that aren't here, if they weren't notified and didn't realize we were doing them, that they, I mean, I don't know if it would have made a difference or not. If there are certain people, we would have said it's officer elections, if you want to be here, show up, or let me know what you want to run for. That's my concern, is that the notification wasn't sent out. So there might be some people that really wanted to run for an office, and had they known, they maybe would have come back from the cabin a couple hours early, or, I mean, that's just an example. I have no idea what anybody's doing. So that's our scenarios, guys. We don't have to change this. If you guys are ready and think there's enough people in this room, you can nominate people that aren't here as well. The only thing is they aren't here to accept the nomination. Is that very important? We stick them in there anyhow. I know we did have one. Did you have a confirmation from somebody that isn't here, or just?
I didn't
just
get a
interest?
response.
Okay.
Got a question. If Bill said that it was on the calendar, is it really necessary to have to remind people?
I'm assuming. that-
I don't think so, that's why I said it, it's always been September, it should be September, we should really be doing it tonight, we absolutely should. But because of how we've done it in the past, that's why that's why the red flag has kind of come up, is because, I would prefer we do it tonight and be done with. I feel bad for the members that aren't here, if they were interested in running in an office, that's the only thing, like, in the past, we've made sure we've let them know so that they have had the opportunity. Yeah,
Cause
that's our activity for September. It is on the calendar, so.
It is, it's been
It
last
is,
year.
yeah,
Parliamentary.
yeah. So that's what Bill is saying, so we can keep it this way and we can do it. We can do it tonight, but if we want to change it, if you guys think we want to include a few more, it honestly really isn't gonna make a whole lot of difference if we wait one more month. So if we are gonna choose to do it in October and then throw those people under the bus and get them right at the head table right after they're elected,